Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about federation in the cloud. As many of cloud computing environments present difficulties in creating and managing decentralized provisioning of cloud services along with maintaining consistent connectivity between untrusted components and fault tolerance. Therefore, to overcome these challenges, the federated cloud ecosystem is introduced. So the federated cloud ecosystem is combining all the multiple cloud computing providers under a common platform. That is, we call it as a common standard. So the cloud federation includes services from different providers aggregated in a single pool supporting three essential interoperability features. Those are resource redundancy, resource migration, and combination of complementary resources respectively. It allows an enterprises to distribute the workload around the global and move data between disparate networks and implement innovative security models for user access to cloud resources. In federated cloud, the cloud resources are provisioned through network gateways that connect public or external cloud with private or internal clouds owned by a single entity and or community clouds owned by several cooperating entities. In this section, we are going to see the Federation in Cloud by using Internet Engineering Task Force standard protocol for inter-domain federation called Jabber XCP. The Jabber Extensible Communication Platform and XMPP, that is Extensible Messaging and Presence Protocol, which are experimented by many popular companies like Google, Facebook, Twitter, etc. for cloud federation. So the cloud federation means they are going to combine all the cloud provider services under a common platform, under a single pool. That is, we need to understand from the topic cloud federation. When we go for Jabber XP, there is an instant messaging allows the user to exchange messages that are delivered synchronously. As long as the recipient is connected to the service, the message will be pushed to it directly. This can either be realized using a centralized server or peer-to-peer connections between each client. The Jabber Extensible Communication Platform is a commercial instant messaging server created by Cisco in association with Sun Microsystems. It is highly programmable presence and messaging platform. It supports the exchange of information between applications in real time. It supports multiple protocols such as session initiation protocol for instant messaging and presence leverage extension and instant messaging and presence services, that is IMPS. You very well heard of the word IMPS, instant messaging and presence service. So the messaging will be instantly. We are going to do some set of messaging. It may be a transaction, it may be a fund transfer, it may be anything. The word we call it as instant messaging and presence service. Next one is Extensible Messaging and Presence Protocol. Is an open standard for instant messaging. It is published in request for commands by Internet Engineering Task Force, can be used freely. The protocol messages are formatted using XML, which allows extending the messages with additional XML formatted information. It was previously known as Jabber. So it is an extension of Jabber. Although in principle a protocol does not dictate the underlying the architecture, XMPP is a single endpoint protocol. XMPP client connect to one machine of the architecture and transmit and receive both instant messages and present updates. In XMPP, users are identified by username and domain name. Users can be connected multiple times using the same username, which allows to have an IM and P connection at work while the client at home is still running. Each connection is identified by a unique resources which is combined with username and domain name to yield a unique Jabber identifier. Then we are going to see the four levels of federation. So the level 1 is permissive federation where there is a no security functions are involved. Level 2 is a verified federation where it consists of identity verification as a security constraint. Level 3 is an encrypted federation, there we use of TLS. Level 4 is a trusted federation, there we use of TLS and digital certificates. So from level 1 we are telling it is a least secured and privileged. When we go for level 2, level 3, level 4, we will call it as a most secured and privileged. So there are 4 levels of federations. Level 1, level 2, level 3 and level 4. Only the thing is security criteria is different in each and every level. So level 1, it is a permissive federation. Is the lowest level of federation where server accepts a connection from a peer network server without confirming its identity using DNS lookups or certificate checking. To run permissive federation, there is no minimum criteria. The absence of verification or validation may lead to domain spoofing, that is, the unapproved utilization and third-party domain name in any email message so as to profess to the another person. It has least security mechanism due to which it makes the way of widespread spam and other abuses. Initially, the permissive federation was the only solution to work with web application, but with the arrival of open sources Jabber 1.2, the permissive federation becomes a absolute on the XMPP network. Next, we go for verified federation. That is, when we compare to level 1 and level 2 there is level 1 there is no security criteria. In level 2, we will be identifying the verification. The verified federation works at level 2, runs above the permissive federation. In this level, server accepts the connection from the peer network server. Only the identity of peer is verified and validated. Whereas in level 1, we no need to go for verification and validation. Peer verification is the minimum criteria to run verified federation. It utilizes information acquired by DNS for domain-specific keys exchange in advance. In this type, the connection is not encrypted, but because of identity verification, it effectively prevents the domain spoofing. To make this work effectively, the federation requires appropriate DNS setup, but still it is a prone to DNS poisoning attack. The verified federation has been default service approach on the Open XMPP since the arrival of open source Jabber 1.2 server. It acts as a foundation for encrypted federation. Level 3 is a encrypted federation. The encrypted federation is a third level of federation, runs above verified federation. In this level, server accepts the connection on the peer network server if and only if peer supports the TLS, that is transport layer security, as categorized by XMPP in RFC 3920. The transport layer security is the minimum criteria to run the encrypted federation. The TLS is the advancement of secure socket layer, which was developed to make sure communication over HTTP. The XMPP uses TLS profile that enables two entities to convert a connection from encrypted to unencrypted to encrypted. The TLS is mainly used for channel encryption. In encryption federation, the peer must possess a self-signed digital certificate verified by identity provider. However, this prevents a mutual authentication. If so, both parties proceed to weakly confirm identity utilizing the server dialback protocol. Next, there is a last one is a level 4, that is we call it as trusted federation. The encrypted federation is the topmost level of federation, runs above the encrypted federation. In this level, a server accepts a connection from peer network server if and only if peer supports TLS and peer can present a digital signature issued by a root certification authority that is trusted by authenticating server. The use of digital certificates in trusted federation results in strong authentication and channel encryption. The trusted roots, that is certification authorities, are identified based on one or more factors like operating system environment, XMPP server software or local service policy. The utilization of trusted domain certificates presents DNS positioning attack but makes the federation more difficult. So as of now we have come across the 4 levels of federation. Level 1 is there will be a no security criteria. Level 2 we will be identifying, verification and validation is done. Whereas in level 3, apart from the verification validation, we look up for the encryption and TLS, transport layer security. Level 4 we will go for transport layer security, and with the help of digital certificate, certificate authority will be used for checking the connection between the client and server in the peer network. Thank you.